Ivy League Gaming here, and today we're playing Watcher of Realms. For today's video, I'm going to go through the Shard Summon calendar. We're going to compare it to the last events, see how it looks. Is it easy to get 2 heroes this time around? I mean 2 copies? Let's find out.
The finest blood for the most untainted soul.
Alright, so the Shard Summon, aka Fusion calendar is up now for Aeon. And one thing some people try to do often is to get 2 copies of the hero. But that's what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about the strategy of being the most efficient you can for these events, or at least guaranteeing yourself that 1 copy, which luckily it's very easy to do. And I love that with these events, they're not too difficult. I mean, considering they're only an epic and not a legendary for 1 is nice to make them a little bit easier than what you might expect from something like other games like Raid. And I know like even Awakened Chaos Era had done fusions that were like incredibly difficult. So I'm glad that they actually make these attainable for people. It just gives people a reason to play, and another generous thing that the game does. And so we only need 75 to summon the hero. And there are more than 75. There are 65 plus 45. There's 110 fragments to be had if you do everything that you see on this fusion calendar. But there's more than that. So obviously you need 150 if you want to be able to actually get 2 copies. So all these down here in red, the Oracle Trials, that means you have to place and get 40 points worth of points, depending on the event here along the way. So I'm a little bit confused by the events here. I feel like they're a little bit backward. Oh no, this is just a shorter event. Is it shorter? Don't we normally have 3 summon events? This is shorter. Or am I crazy? I gotta look at the other ones. So the 1st through the 18th, 16th through the... Okay, maybe not. Couple days shorter for sure. So the difference with like Lunaria, guys, is we had Friday, Friday, Friday. We had 3 sets of summoning events for Lunaria. And I think we had the same Friday, Friday, Friday. Yeah, we had 3 sets of summoning events and sets of events overall for a soul day, but this one's a little bit shorter. Starting on a Monday is a little bit different for them. So we actually only have 2 sets of summoning events. So Spiritual Altar and Awakening of Heroes are happening at the same time. I was curious when I just saw that. I'm like, why is there 2? Oh no, so Arrival of Heroes, Awakening of Heroes. Never mind. Arrival of Heroes is what I was thinking to be separate from Spiritual Altar. Okay, so there's only 2 summon events total. And Awakening of Heroes is like the same as like the level up type stuff, you know, with like the Corridor of Glory. So that same idea, leveling up your heroes, making them promoted and whatnot. All right, so not too bad. So it's just two events, a little bit shorter, but still lots of points to be had in the same event. So let's go ahead and look at what I'm talking about here with the Oracle Trial. So we have our first event, Vault in the Sands. Hopefully I can take some time and push my Gear Raid 2 today and actually complete stage 19. I haven't even tried in like a month at least, probably more than a month now, to push my Gear Raid 2. The annoying strategies, I'll probably try with Volca and try to just, you know, recall and put them in and recall, and like it's frustrating, but worth it to just get it done, right guys? Just gotta get it done. So you can see here, if you have 110, let's say you do everything from the whole calendar, and you win first place in one of these, boom, 10 fragments. So you're on to 120 already. 7 and then 5. So just keep that in mind. You have to place in the top 3 to get some points, and you have to get 40 total points if you really want to get 2 copies of the hero. So it's a big order. But when it comes to just getting 1 copy of the hero, it's very easy. You don't even have to worry about the summoning events typically. So let's see if that's still true. So we have 110. If we minus all the Spiritual Altar points, and if we minus the Arrival of Hero points, that's 80 out of 75. So don't stress, guys. If you suck at doing arena and you only want to do one of the two arena events, I am always forgetting to do the arena events. That'll be me. Then skip one arena event, skip both summoning events for all you care. Or at least don't worry about hitting the milestones for getting her fragments. Definitely not saying don't summon. If you want to summon, summon, but you don't need to get the fragments. So you can skip both of them completely, only do enough that whatever you want to do, don't even look at where her fragments lie, and you can skip one other whole event that is only 5 points and still get one copy of Aeon. So that's just amazing. I feel like I might have called her Aeon a couple times already in this video. I apologize. Such a close name, very similar. Sorry. But yeah, that's kind of where the conversation lies, is if you want to plan ahead and just assume you're going to skip stuff. But I would just assume to do everything you can, and then if you get busy and you forget one accidentally, at least you cover your basis by doing as much as you can anyway. Plus, if right now, if you want to go hard and you want to try to get 2 copies of her and you don't succeed, the fragments stay in your bag. So if next year when this event comes around again, you can try to get the awakenings for her and get more dupes. So it's not a loss. So don't worry if you get extras and you're like, well, what do I do with the extras? They do get saved for future events, so it will run around. I'm sure they'll come back to a Soul Day eventually as well, but hey, the game's only been out a few months, 4 months, something like that now. So, or August, September, October, only 3 months. So we only have so many fusions so far, so they can't start replicating them yet. But all right, let's take a look at where we can double dip. This is the other important part of the conversation. So when you're trying to min-max your resources, number one, we started already, it's on right now. Arena. Duel of Champions on a Monday is perfect because Arena just reset. It's all mishmash of random people to fight, so you can pick and choose your battles a little bit easier. Refresh if you don't like what you see, and just keep checking and have easier fights and have an easier time getting these points. So it's kind of the perfect time to... I mean, it's on from Monday through Thursday. It's a long event as well. So you can easily just push your arena, get back into whatever tier you want. I need to get myself back into Overlord because I keep forgetting every single week. And you're going to double dip and get your event rewards at the same time when you know you need to farm arena anyway. Or, like I said, if you don't like arena, skip one of them. You'll be fine. I would say skip this week because it looks like, or do this week because it looks like this one has a whole bunch going on for the final weekend of the event, so it looks like there might be a little bit too many things to spread your resources or your focus overall. So Brave Conquest starts, and that is with Vault of the Sands. So the good thing about this is the event for farming gear goes along with an Oracle trial for getting gear from a specific gear raid. So this is perfect. We don't need to worry about lining the timing up here. But when it comes to the Forgotten Palace, on Friday just focus on summons and working on your heroes, leveling them up, farming more XP if you need to, farming promotions if you need to. Ignore Forgotten Palace event on Friday. Ignore it. Pretend it's not there. Wait until Saturday when the Brave Conquest starts. And that's when you start farming for the gear raid to go along with Forgotten Palace Oracle Trial, so that way you're able to double dip. And as you can see here, the Brave, you don't have to go crazy on both of them. Lost Legacy will also start while the Brave Conquest is still going on. So you can kind of, but if you go crazy on Forgotten Palace Oracle Trial and you complete the Brave Conquest, you also, let's keep going, can wait in Lost Legacy until the final day of the event, which is Friday, when Brave Conquest also starts. So there's a lot starting at the same time. This is a bit weird. There's a lot going on. They kind of squished this fusion a little bit. They could have stretched out a couple more days, I think, but it is what it is. It just feels very squished this time, but that's because they're doubling up other events with summons this time around, which is, I guess, fine. Or maybe they normally do that. It just doesn't feel like it's that overwhelming. I don't know. Yeah, why would Duel of Champions start on a Friday? Or does it sometimes? It doesn't feel like it normally does it? I don't know. I don't do Arena. I don't know. Anyway, But just pay attention to where things double dip, you know, like if you need to farm resources, wait until there's an Oracle trial to go along with it. And then don't level up the gear you get. Wait until the Tales of the Smith on Sunday and then again on Friday start. So trying to be smart and save your resources because gold is still kind of hard to get in this game. It takes a bit to farm some gold or doing a lot of runs and selling, being very selective and selling all the bad stuff to get a lot of gold. So you don't want to just be willy-nilly leveling stuff up throughout the week unless there's a Tales of Smith event happening. And that's kind of the thing we're looking for when it comes to being efficient. But hope this was helpful here. Let's just take one quick look and make sure there's not any other final notes here. So as long as your account has been open for 3 or more days, then you're good to go for playing. It's really perfect because Odd1 Gaming just started playing. This is day 3 for him. So actually, he just grinded like a crazy person, and he's already able to start doing this fusion, and he's excited because he's going to get a free Epic Lord to go along with his other Cursed Cult heroes, which he has, which you guys will have to watch his video to find out who he pulled. But he's pretty lucky so far. So as it says here, obtain Aeon shards times 75 during the event. The reward redemption phase, commanders can still summon with sufficient shards, but may not obtain more Aeon shards from the events. Please keep close tabs on event times. So as they are saying, don't forget to also summon your hero. So there will be this will be here with your summons until the time runs out behind my head. Make sure you actually summon the hero before the time runs out or this goes away and you're just going to have all her fragments sitting in your bag and you're going to have to wait until she comes back next year. So you don't want to do that. So that's a good little final reminder for this video. But hope this conversation was helpful. She's a really cool hero. She's less of a damage dealer, so don't be stressed if you pull her and you try to build her and you're like, she doesn't hit hard. No, she really doesn't hit hard, but she's more about enabling the team. She brings crowd control. She's just in and helps everyone else to do more damage with her vulnerabilities. And yeah, she's a lord. And if you have any cultist faction heroes, you know she's going to go really well with them. Plus throw in Amari to add in some extra freeze and slow for the sake of this lord skill. And you're going to be rockin'. But yeah, that's all for today's video, guys. I hope this was helpful and I'll see you in the next one.